Hello, everyone. I'm going to give you a video summary of how to create your own portfolio, which of course is one half of your grade. And the reason why we make it one half is I really want you to put everything into this because it's for you. It's going to get you a job. It's going to get you an internship. It's going to be on a link that you can put on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all your social media. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the things that you need to know. One of the first things I would like you to think about as soon as possible is creating your own personal ethics code. Remember, you want to do a code that represents your values. And we want at least six personal values in your ethics code. Please don't give me 3 or 4, and make your ethics code designed in your portfolio. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So there are examples of ethics codes, corporate ethics codes, all over the web. You can take a look at that. There's a video here. We'll just play a little bit of it on sample ethics codes and why they're important in the business world.
You overhear some co-workers joking around about a fellow employee. They are mocking that individual because of her national origin and imitating her way of speaking. While you know this behavior is disrespectful, you prefer to ignore it and focus on your job. Is it okay to ignore this? Ignoring disrespectful behavior is allowing discrimination to occur, and therefore you are contributing to harassment in the workplace. That behavior violates the code, as well as our company non-harassment and non-discrimination policy. You
will see that there are so many different corporate ethics codes. Before you take a job or an internship, go to that site, look to see if they have an ethics code. You don't want to work for a company that doesn't take, for instance, sex harassment seriously. So number one, what are your values? Through the first half of this class, have you thought about truth, accuracy, all those things that matter to you? So we're going to go back to this lesson over here, and these are summaries of ethics codes. Do not ignore standards. You have a responsibility to report any incident that violates the code. Every employee should be held to the same standards. Ethics codes affirm protected classes. That's the 1964 protected class, civil rights protected class law. Ethics code affirm the protected classes. Fairness, for instance. Those who report conflicts of interest are protected as whistleblowers. Compliance is essential. You can be held responsible if you don't report something that violates that code. If you're unsure about what to do, always touch base with a supervisor. So these are things that come out of my own studies. What code should promote high consistent standards of conduct. I looked at maybe over 100 corporate ethics codes in communications: teamwork, sensitivity, collegiality, quality service and production, resolution of problems, fairness, respect, accountability, and trust. So right there, you could come up with several of the values that you embrace. What code should prevent: temptation, deception, manipulation, bias, self-gain, incivility, all the things that we've already discussed in part. We'll discuss more in the second half of this class. 4 values found in most codes: truth, responsibility, respect, fairness, and diversity. So this should be 5. This was just added in the past year as I reviewed all of those codes once more. Goals of a good code: is it legal, truthful, responsible? Does it improve teamwork, morale, communication? Ask yourself these things as you're coming up with your own codes. Now, there are 10 steps to write your code. This is in the online lecture that you can access, ethics codes. And this is a step-by-step process to write your codes. And then you want to compare it, if you're an advertising major, to the American Advertising Federation. If your journalism major, public relations major, and so forth. Now, the portfolio assignment is very important. Again, I'm just going to give you a snippet of this because I want you to take a long, hard look at this outside of class. We're going to go over it in class as well. Let's take a look at this just briefly. And as you can see, this is how to set up your WordPress site. Choose a name that is uniquely yours. Invest in it if you want. It's your name. And this video is a step-by-step way for you to open up a WordPress site. Now, you don't have to use WordPress. You could use any platform you want except one, and that's an Iowa State, any Iowa State website that you've been probably told when you were a freshman or sophomore in English 250. Please don't use any Iowa State platforms because there is no way for us to access that without knowing your password. So what I want you to do is think about WordPress, Blogger, any site that you want. We use WordPress because it's the preferred platform in communication disciplines because you could tweak it and use HTML and so forth. We're going to go back to our lesson here. So you can download all my presentations. So you can hit this link here, and then you will get, you can open this up if you want, and how to, this is how to write an ethics code. So we want to go over these minimal requirements. You can use any platform, Wix, Blogger. I don't really care, but do not use any Iowa State website. We just can't get into those. We need your password and so on. You can have as many tabs as you want: home, about, my bio, or resume. My bio will be a narrative about you. My resume, which is preferred, will have your contact information. Again, a separate tab for your contact. My ethics code, work samples. We're going to go over all of these in a minute. So we'll be thorough in our explanation. And your work samples can include whatever you've done. We need at least 2 platforms. I don't care if it's social media. I don't care if it's photography, and even if some campaigns that you've worked on, but at least 2 platforms. Your home can show your digital design. Your about, it gives a little bit about your personality, which is different from your bio or your resume. You have to have a fully developed and illustrated personal ethics code with at least 6 core values. And we're going to show you some of those. You can earn an additional 50 extra credit points if you have video. We're going to take a look at this short video about creating videos via Rush, Adobe Rush. Now, I've just created this PowerPoint, and I'm going to import the slides into Adobe Rush to show you all the techniques that we just discussed and how to put together a video. And we're going to go from this phone to the pre-production stage, your storyboard, your cell phone content, all that we discussed, the box application, the folder inside box, or whatever your institution uses. And then we're going to create a new project in Rush in the upper left-hand corner. And in the left-hand toolbar, we're going to access the folder with all of our slides or photos. And in my case, I'm using, and use the upper right toolbar, dissolve. I'm going to voiceover. And the left toolbar then adds content. You can add any other content that you want. Now I'm in the process of adding voiceover, and you hear that right now. I haven't added music yet. I will add background music as soon, and I'm going to adjust the volume. I don't want the volume of the background music so that there's no echo. I'm going to insert an end cover or credit title, and then I'm going to save or share that to social media. And that's what you will need to do and you need to learn. Now, there are more advanced techniques for editing in Rush, and there's some links for you. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. Okay, now we're going to take a look at samples of portfolio tabs. The more multimedia prowess you can show, the better it's going to be for you, whether it's advertising, public relations, or journalism. Here's one by Rakita, and she's in advertising, and she does data advertising. And you can see that she's data-driven creative. So as soon as you hit on her site, you start to see some really wonderful results. Here's one by Nate Nabal, just a beautiful multimedia site. And his portfolio has hunting, rodeo, travel, and so much more. Here are some other examples. When you hit the home page for Emily Staples, all the beautiful video comes up. Here's one for Jack Bethel, very professional looking. Now, your About tab tells something personal about you. You want your About to showcase your personality. You can check out some examples on the lecture site. Here's one. This site is private. You can make yours private, but I got the cover over here for her, and you can see that she's going to be writing about her editing prowess and nice pictures. As soon as you open up, it's there. Here's one, My Story. Again, that's shows her personality, which is vibrant. Here is one by Maggie Etchison. She is a well-known Iowa State social influencer. I think she has about 1 million followers. Now, when you do your bio or your resume, and we prefer a resume, if you want to do a bio, that's got to be a narrative with links and illustrations. But we want you to design your resume and make this one of the main parts of your portfolio. And you can see that all of this is designed with links. Here's another one by Megan Goodhue. Here's a very creative resume with all of her skill sets. And then you want to do your work samples. The more work you can show across platforms, the better. Include your internship, videography. If you participated in clubs, write about that. You can blog, photography, social media is always very inviting for your portfolio. You want to get as many videos as possible. Jason Son, tremendous videographer, lots of beautiful videos. We can take a look at one here. I encourage you to take a look at some of his wonderful YouTube videos. Here's an example by Krista Mugg. Look at all the videos she's showcasing. She is in broadcast journalism, so all of this is there for everyone to see. If you're into sports writing or sports broadcasting, again, you want to showcase your videos. And then we get to the ethics codes. Ethics codes are very important. I say here you should have at least 4 values. That has been changed to 6. I'll update the website as soon as I'm done with this video. I'd like to have 6 values Spend some time designing them. We really want this to be the showcase of your responsibility. This will help get you a job. Now, when you're up against competitors, they're not going to have a personal ethics code, and that's going to catch the eye of a recruiter. Spend some time talking about those values. Here's some well-designed ones as you can see. Don't forget your contact page. Now, your contact page could also have some design in it. Here's an example of that. Let's take a look at it. So connect with Sarah, and before you know it, there is Sarah's final videos showcasing her digital prowess, which is so very important today. And then you can put photos with it, contact me. Notice it's just not a tab. It is every bit of every tab that you have needs to have some sort of visual or design showcase. I've also included an HTML primer for you so that you can tweak your website. Keep in mind that myethicsclass.com is just a WordPress blog site with 500 pages and videos. So the only reason it's that is because I can use HTML and tweak and program what I want. So that's there for you. Now we are going to send we're going to send you an email asking for the link to your portfolio, and whether or not you give us permission to showcase that link on the portfolio website, which would be right here. So there's the grading, how we're going to grade you, and so forth. I hope you find this very valuable. And again, we're going to go over this very carefully in class. But if you've missed that class or want to refresh your memory, this will be there for you. Thank you.